Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily tarot predictions for January the 7th, which is Monday. We are going to start with Aries as usual. Just a quick reminder while I'm shuffling the cards for Aries that if you would like to schedule a live reading with me or a 1 or 2 question pre-recorded reading or a Reiki session, you can find out how to do that on my website, which is in the description box below. All my contact information is there as well. So once you find the service that you want and you're sure I'm the best provider for you, go ahead and get a hold of me, and we'll get you scheduled quickly. And that website is www.amista.info. INFO. So right now, let's take a peek at the card for Aries for January the 7th. Okay, Aries, what you have showing up here is the Six of Arrows, or the transition card. This is a card that shows that there has been some kind of something in your life that was holding you back or dragging you down. And whatever that is, you are moving away from it, whether it was a thought pattern, a relationship, a psychic vampire type person, whether it was an addiction, whatever it might have been that was holding you back or holding you down, you are moving away from that. Now, Aries on the 7th. I did go MIA for a while, didn't I? I went on a vacation that ended up being longer than I planned for it to be. I drove to my destination and my car just barely made it there. And so there were things to take care of before I came home. And I ended up flying home. Hello there, Juan. Thank you. Thank you. Not exactly why I'm here, but I'm going to take that as a compliment and move on. All right, let's look next at Taurus for Monday, January the 7th. Let's see what's coming up for you guys. Alrighty. Taurus, what we have showing up here is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse is telling me that there's something that you have invested in, whether you invested time, money, effort, energy, and you are expecting some kind of return or harvest for that investment. And what's going on is that the return is taking longer to come back to you than what you anticipated that it would. This card does say that that payday is coming up, but it's not here yet. It's an encouraging card, encouraging you to have patience with that. Okay, so that's for Taurus. Jake Coe, hello. Glad to see you here. How are you? That was your little brother. How old is he? Thank you for the thumbs up. Whoever did the thumbs up, I do appreciate that. Whoa. Geminis, you got cards flying everywhere. All right. So you got 3 cards. All of them were jumpers, so we're going to take all of them. He's 6. Wow, and he talks like that? I'm glad to hear that you are good. I'm fantastic. Thank you, Jake. Alrighty, so Gemini, what do you have going on here? Some pretty interesting stuff, actually, Gemini. Let me show you your 3 cards, because I'm kind of reading them as a sentence since they all popped at the same time out of the deck. See if I can hold up all 3. Okay, you started with the Queen of Cups. You've also got the 4 of Cups in reverse, and you've got the 3 of Clubs. Okay, so this is actually a nice card combination for your Geminis. Queen of Cups, first of all, let's talk about this. This is somebody that you're interacting with, Gemini. For some of you, this is someone that you're interacting with. For some of you, this is you. Excuse me. And so whether you're interacting with the person or whether it's you, this person is somebody who is very much in touch with their feelings and expressing their feelings to those around her freely. She's very comfortable with her feelings, so she's able to express her feelings to someone around her. Now, I like this card because this person may have been holding back on expressing their feelings, whether this is you or somebody else, but now We have the Four of Cups in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse is saying that now there's an opportunity that you're looking at. Maybe this opportunity was really already there or always there for you to express your feelings to somebody, but all of a sudden you're realizing, hey, I could tell this person how I feel. Wouldn't that be something? Okay. This can be romantic. Doesn't have to be. I don't have a strong romantic feel for this, even though we've got cups just falling all over the place here. This to me could be something about friendship or maybe even business partnership, but this is a good opportunity to put something out on the table and to say, make some kind of proposal. If you have been wanting to work together with some crafts person, or if you've been wanting to collaborate with somebody in some kind of electronic capacity or whatever, this is you feeling like you've got the green light to go ahead and bring up this idea so you guys can talk about it. Now, finishing this out, Geminis, you have the Three of Wands. So to me, this Three of Wands is telling me that whenever you bring up this idea, then you guys are going to make long-term plans. It's going to be an idea that is accepted by the other person, and you guys are going to begin to make long-term plans about how you can achieve the success that you want to achieve with this offer that you're making. Whether this offer is romantic or whether this offer is business-wise or some kind of friendship type collaboration offer, whatever this is, the other person is accepting that offer and you guys are running with it. You're making plans for the future. Okay, so that's for Geminis for the 7th. All right, up next, let's take a peek at Cancers. See what you guys have coming in for Tuesday, the 7th of January. La da da. La da 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 da. La da da. Okay, Cancer. What do we have? Okay, so Cancers, you've got the Five of Pentacles showing up here. The Five of Pentacles, to me, talks about feeling left out, or it can talk about tightening up the belt. It may be that your budget is getting tight with the Five of Pentacles coming up on the 7th. There may be something impacting your budget to where you feel like you have to tighten up your belt and start watching your pennies a little more than what you used to. Something like that. There may be a disappointment here or a feeling of being left out for a few of you. For most of you, I feel like this is just finances. And I feel like there's some frustration going on with that, not being able to do the things financially that you were able to before because of whatever this is that's making you tighten up your belt. I feel that much more strongly than I feel any kind of being left out or sidelined type of deal going on for you Cancers. Next up, we do have Leo. Leo. This is Leo's for Monday, January 7th. All right, Leos. Okay, Leos, you do have the Swan showing up in reverse. This is telling me, Leos, that something is going on where you felt like you had become a little bit more vulnerable than what you were comfortable with, maybe a lot more vulnerable than what you were comfortable with, and you are finding ways to make sure that you're not in that same vulnerable position again. For some of you, Leos, this is going to be something about your home or your office that was broken into, invaded is the word that really comes up, invaded by somebody else. So you may be putting up alarm systems or added security or something like that. But I see this card come up just as often for things that are emotional, where somebody felt like, I really put myself on the line by telling this person how I felt or whatever, and they didn't even reciprocate. They didn't even let me know what they thought about how I felt, or maybe they did and it wasn't so pleasant. This can also be like loaning somebody money and expecting them to pay you back. You're kind of putting something on the line there. You're making yourself vulnerable because, maybe you need that money back. And so Maybe they did not pay that money back and that put you in a bad situation. So all kinds of ways that this can manifest. But the bottom line of this card, Leos, says you've been in a vulnerable situation. You don't plan on being in that same situation again. And you are taking safeguards to make sure that that does not happen. How old am I? How old do you think I am? Let's play that game. Rachel, Rachel, glad to see you, honey. Glad you're here. You think I'm 36? I'll take that. Now add about 13 years to it, and you'll be accurate. But I'll take the compliment. Hello there, Virgos. You guys are up next for Tuesday, January the 7th. Virgo, Virgo. Virgo, Virgo. Okay, so Virgo. What we have coming up for you guys is the Queen of Wands. This is somebody that you're interacting with on the 7th, Virgos. Queen of Wands is somebody who's very creative. She thinks outside the box. She does not let culture form her opinions about what she should or should not be doing with her life or in her life. She can be very nurturing and very creative in that nurturing. This is somebody who has a very sunshiny personality. She's going to be looking at the bright side of things most of the time. So that's someone that you're interacting with, Virgo. I think maybe their sunshininess might seem a little overwhelming to you. You might be like, can you stop smiling for 3 seconds? Type of situation. But I think you're going to really like this person's energy overall. You're going to like that this person is energetic and always looking for the bright side and always in a very positive mindset. So I think you're going to overall enjoy the interaction once you get sort of adjusted to where her energy level is. That would be right, Juan. Okay, so Libras, you guys are up next. And this is for Monday, January 7th. Juan, if you want some kind of shout out, you need to hit my website down below in the description box and then contact me via my email address and we'll start some kind of communication about that. Right now, I don't know who you are or what you want to shout out about, anything like that. So I'm certainly not going to say, oh, yeah, sure. Okay, Libra, you have a card that's wanting to jump. We're going to go ahead and take it. Spiritual enlightenment. Hey, hey. Glad to see you, my dear. How are you? Libras, you guys have the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is telling me that you do have something to celebrate on Monday and friends to celebrate that something with. Good for you. Be careful not to overindulge. No guzzling. Okay, Scorpio. Fellow Scorpios. Let's see what's coming up for you guys. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm surprised you're awake. I would be trying to sleep my way right through that. 7-Up and saltines. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Let's see what we have for Monday. Ooh, baby, baby. Scorpios, we do have the King of Cups. This is one of our court cards. This is us being in our mojo, being very upfront about how we feel about a situation or about a person. Sharing our feelings, not holding back, not hiding things, not keeping things secret, not only saying half of it, saying the whole thing. We're pretty much known to be comfortable with our emotions. We're comfortable expressing our emotions and releasing our emotions when we need to. I mean, as water signs, that's kind of our thing. And this is what we're doing on Monday. You know, if somebody asks us, what do you think? We're going to give it to them. That's what I've got coming up here. All right, so that's for Scorpios. Let's see, Sagittarius is up next. Thank you for all the thumbs ups, guys. I do appreciate that. Thank you to those of you who have shared this video. I appreciate that as well. You guys getting me in front of as many people as possible only helps me to help more people. And it helps me to pay my rent. And the people that I rent from are very happy about that. All right, Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, what we have showing up here is the Green Man in reverse. Green Man in reverse is one of my least favorite cards to see come up for any of y'all, because basically this means that you're interacting with somebody who is either a full-blown narcissist or who has strong narcissistic tendencies. What should I tell you about this? Sagittarius, if this person that you're interacting with shows up, if any of you are thinking about marrying this person, run, 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 run for the hills. That's the first thing that you need to know about this person. So what is a narcissist or somebody with narcissistic tendencies? They can be somebody who has lots of boyfriends or lots of girlfriends or lots of both, depending on their orientation. They don't seem to be able to get enough attention. If you talk to them, they're going to come off cocky with big egos. Really, what's going on is they have massive low self-esteem. They're not able to fill their own self-esteem void. That's why they need so much attention. There's somebody who basically will say to you anything it takes to get you to do whatever it is that they want you to do. So you could end up jumping through all kinds of hoops with this person. A lot of times their happiness target is a moving target. So if you're trying to make them happy and you're doing things that they've told you before make them happy and now all of a sudden they don't, that's not such a big surprise with this person. The happiness target is always moving. You're always having to jump through new hoops with them. They can think your hair is beautiful and wonderful one day, and the next day they can ask you why you haven't cut it in so long. What's wrong with you? Type of thing. This is somebody who can do gaslighting. This is somebody who, in general, is just bad news all the way around. They're really hard to work with, really hard to live with, because they are not consistent and because they are only truthful when it's in their benefit to be truthful, and that is the only time. So Sagittarius, that's who you get to interact with. Hopefully this will be a very short interaction. And yes, for those of you who are going to say that was a negative message, it certainly was, talking about what could very potentially be quite the negative interaction. I don't believe in filtering out negative messages from positive messages. I believe in bringing through the messages that are going to be for your highest and best good. Sometimes if we have a heads up about the things that are going to happen that aren't peaches and cream, that gives us a chance to prepare for those in whatever way that we need to. So that's where I stand on that. If you want to cry that this is not an all positive reading, life isn't all positive. I know your ex, huh? Hello there, Shakoya. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. Gemini's had an interesting reading. Oh, Lisa, you saw it. You were here from the beginning. Capricorns are up next. We're going to be looking at Monday, January 7th for them. How you doing today, Shakoya? Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. I am fantastic, my dear. Back at home doing my thing, trying to get back in my groove. Okay, so Capricorns, what you have showing up here is the 10 of Pentacles. This tells me a couple of things. This tells me that you're in a pretty happy place as far as security in your life. Now, what brings security is not always the same thing. For some, this can be that you're in a pretty happy place regarding finances. For others, this could be a pretty happy place regarding family or romance. Something that makes you feel secure. You're in a pretty happy place. Now, the other thing about the 10 is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So when we've got the 10 of Pentacles, you're in this happy place. And because you're in this happy place, you are ready to expand this thing that you're happy with further. So this could be that you're at a job that you love and you're given a raise on the 7th, or you're giving new responsibilities that you've been wanting to have there on the 7th, along with a raise, hopefully. Or if you're in a relationship that makes you feel happy and secure, you could be taking the relationship to the next level. Something that makes you feel happy and secure is going to the next level on the 7th for my Capricorns. Juan, do me a favor and speak English in here, please. This is an English-speaking video. Aquarius, you guys are up next for Monday, January the 7th. La da 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 da. All right, Aquarians. Here we go. You guys have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a card that does talk about having a pity party. We all have them. We always feel really justified when we're having a pity party, don't we? Why does this have to happen to me? How come things aren't going better in my life? I try and try and try, and look what happens. It just feels good to let all that out, doesn't it? The only problem is, even though we're feeling really justified and it seems like it feels good, it's actually sinking us deeper and deeper into this pit of depression and negativity and blah. So Aquarius, if you feel a pity party moving in, if you feel that energy moving in on you, if you can, head it off at the pass. Because I've never really noticed anybody having a pity party where anything good came of it. I don't know if you guys have, but I certainly haven't. So if you can turn that around and, take any disappointments and just let them go and start looking for the new opportunities that are available to you. Or maybe for some of you, actually, I'm hearing that there are old opportunities that are now available to you because of the disappointments. Start looking for those opportunities that you can work with and you can do something good with and move forward with those instead of investing valuable time and energy into a pity party, which just gets swirled down the flusher, right? All right, let's next look at Pisces for Monday, January the 7th. Pisces, Pisces. All right, so Pisces, what we have coming up here is the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands does tell me that you are preparing for something. You could be preparing to take a trip, so you could be packing your bags, getting your wardrobe together, whatever other preparations might be needed for that. You could be preparing to make a big presentation having to do with work or with a hobby. You could be preparing to adopt a child. You could be preparing to do your taxes. There's a lot of things that you could be preparing for, Pisces. But the focus, or at least for part of the day, the focus is on making those preparations, whatever they're for. Okay? So that covers everybody. Thank you all so much for stopping by and for hanging out, for sharing this video. I really appreciate that. Also for the thumbs ups, I appreciate those just as much. And thank you to those of you who have supported me and will be supporting me again with readings and Reiki sessions. And for those new people who will be supporting me with those things, I do appreciate that as well. It is because of each and every one of you that I get to do what I love to do for a living. So thank you, thank you, thank you very much. And namaste.